It's been a year since I last saw my best friend, Alex. The official report says he got lost on a camping trip and died from exposure. But I was there. I know what happened. He didn't just wander off. Something took him, and it all started with a sound in the woods and one question I never should have asked. It was supposed to be a normal camping trip, just one last weekend of freedom before college buried us in work. We'd found this spot deep in a national forest, so remote it felt like we were the only two people on Earth. The air was clean, the sky was clear, and it was quiet. The kind of perfect, deep quiet you can only find when you're miles from civilization. Alex was always more comfortable in the woods than anyone I knew. He had the tent set up in minutes, laughing at me while I fought to get a campfire started. We spent the afternoon just talking, the way you do with a friend you've had your whole life. But as the sun went down and the trees started to look like skeletons, the woods got still. It wasn't just quiet anymore. It was dead silent. No birds, no crickets, not even the sound of the wind. It felt like everything was holding its breath. I almost didn't hear it the first time. It was this low humming noise, but with a weird metallic sound mixed in, like metal scraping against rock, far away. I told myself it was just my ears ringing in the silence, my city brain playing tricks on me. Alex didn't react, so I tried to ignore it. We kept talking, and the fire crackled in front of us, this tiny island of light and warmth in an ocean of dark trees. But I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The whole forest felt like it was waiting for something. About an hour later, the sound came back, louder this time. It wasn't an animal, and it wasn't the wind. It was this bizarre, guttural, whooping sound, and it seemed to come from everywhere at once. It was a sound that just felt wrong. My blood went cold. I looked over at Alex, my heart starting to pound. Before I could even think, I just asked, "Do you hear that?" He didn't answer. He didn't even move. He just froze. The smile was gone. His face was slack, his jaw hanging open. His eyes, which had been full of life just a second ago, were completely empty. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. He wasn't scared. He was just gone. The person I knew wasn't in there anymore. Slowly, like some kind of puppet, he stood up. He didn't look at me, didn't grab a flashlight or anything. He just turned and started walking straight for the pitch-black wall of trees. "Alex, what are you doing?" I whispered, my voice shaking. "Alex, stop!" I started yelling, getting more and more frantic, but he didn't even slow down. He just walked, with this steady, determined pace, right into the darkness. The second the wood swallowed him, the sound stopped. The silence that came after was worse. It was the total absence of everything. I just sat there, frozen for I don't know how long. Minutes felt like hours. My mind was screaming at me to do something, but my body wouldn't listen. Every little snap of a twig made me jump. I screamed his name until my throat was raw. The only answer was that suffocating silence. Then the sound came back. It was closer now, right at the edge of our camp. And it had changed. It sounded like a dry, raspy laugh, like it was mocking me. That's what finally broke me. The panic hit, and I didn't think. I didn't pack anything. I just scrambled up and ran. I left the tent, the fire, all of it. I ran harder than I've ever run in my life, with a kind of terror I can't even describe. The whole time, I could feel eyes on my back, this heavy presence that was always right behind me. The police found our campsite the next day, completely untouched. They found Alex's wallet, his keys, his phone. They searched for weeks, but they never found a trace of him. They said he probably got disoriented and wandered off. Just another tragic story of a hiker claimed by the wilderness. But I know the truth. He didn't get lost. He heard something out there, something old and wrong, and it called to him. He didn't wander. He was led away. I don't know what that thing was, but it took him. And sometimes, late at night, when the house is quiet, I swear I can still hear that sound, faint and far away. And I have to wonder, is it coming back for me? If you've ever experienced something you can't explain in the woods, share your story in the comments below. Subscribe for more stories and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next.